You ever stop and realize how wild it is that our generation might be the first one that doesn't follow the get a job, buy a house, retire at 65 blueprint? And that might actually be a good thing because let's be honest, the system that worked for our parents just doesn't work for us anymore. The costs don't add up, the opportunities look different, and the rules have completely changed. But here's the crazy part. While most people are still trying to win the old game, a new one's already being played. The next generation's wealth isn't coming from jobs or pensions or even real estate. It's coming from something totally different. Something built on ownership, creativity, and leverage. And if you understand what's happening right now, not 5 years from now, you can position yourself to actually win in this new system instead of getting left behind. Let's start here. For decades, the formula was simple. Get a degree, get a job, save for retirement, and buy a house. And for a while, it worked. You could raise a family off one income, have a pension, and retire with a paid-off house. But look around now. The average person can't even buy a house without a 30-year mortgage that eats half of their paycheck. College costs 6 figures. Savings accounts earn less than inflation. And if you actually make it to retirement age, chances are you're still working part-time just to survive. So yeah, the system's cooked. The game that we were told to play doesn't even have the same rules anymore. But that's not all bad news, because what's replacing it is actually giving regular people more power than ever before if they can adapt fast enough. The next generation's wealth isn't about how much you work, it's about what you own, what you know, and how much leverage you can create. We're talking about digital assets, online brands, communities, skills, and ownership that doesn't depend on a boss, a landlord, or a middleman. Look at how the world's evolving. Jobs are getting replaced by automation. AI is taking over repetitive work, and entire industries are moving online. But instead of fighting that change, smart people are using it to create leverage. They're building income that scales, not income that stops when they clock out. Some are trading, some are creating, some are teaching, some are investing. But they all have one thing in common. They figured out how to separate their time from their money. That is the new game. Our parents' generation built wealth by trading time. They worked harder, clocked more hours, and earned more pay. But the problem is, time doesn't scale. You can only work so many hours in one day. Our generation, we're learning that ownership scales. You can make a video once and it earns views forever. You build a product and it sells while you sleep. You build an asset and it grows without you lifting a finger. That's the shift that's happening right now, from labor-based wealth to leverage-based wealth. And crypto, for example, is just one of the first signs of that shift. A digital form of ownership that regular people could actually access. But it's not the only one. It's just the one that woke everyone up. Now it's expanding everywhere, from tokenized stocks to digital real estate, from AI-generated media to creator businesses. We're watching ownership move online, and that's where the next decade of wealth is being built. Now, let me show you what I mean by leverage. 100 years ago, leverage meant hiring workers, using people's labor to multiply your output. 50 years ago, it was machines and capital. And now, it's technology and distribution. You don't need 100 employees to build something valuable anymore. You just need Wi-Fi, skills, and consistency. You can build an audience on YouTube, TikTok, or Substack, and that's leverage. You can turn your knowledge into a digital product or course. That's leverage. You can invest in assets that compound instead of depreciate. That's leverage. The people who understand how to create leverage are the ones who will thrive in the next 10 years. Everyone else will still be trading time for money, wondering why they're stuck. And it's not about being a content creator or a crypto trader. It's about becoming a builder, someone who knows how to create systems that work even when you're not. This reset we're living through, it's not just about money. It's about who adapts and who doesn't. There's going to be a split between people who cling to the old system and the ones who evolve with the new one. You can already see it. One group is panicking about layoffs, AI, and inflation, and the other group is learning how to monetize their creativity, automate income, and stack digital assets. That's the great wealth divide of this decade. Not rich versus poor, but flexible versus rigid. And here's the good news. The entry to cost to this new system is basically zero. You don't need to be rich, connected, or lucky. You just need to start learning, testing, and building publicly, consistently, and with purpose. Because the people who start small now will own the platforms, the audiences, and the attention later. So what is it that you should actually be focusing on building right now? I'd break it into 4 different buckets. Number 1, skills. Anything that compounds with time. Writing, editing, trading, coding, design, and storytelling. Skills are the new college degree. Number 2, systems. Ways to automate your output. Online income streams, digital products, investments that pay you passively. Number 3, social capital. Your online reputation, community, or audience. In the new economy, attention is currency. Number 4, assets. Crypto, stocks, digital products, or IP you own. Basically, anything that works while you're not. Stack those 4 things and you'll be bulletproof. It doesn't matter what happens to the economy. You'll always have leverage. Now, I know a lot of people watching might be thinking, but I'm too late or everything's already saturated. Nah, you're still way early. Most people still haven't accepted that the world has changed. They're still waiting for things to go back to normal, but normal is gone. The truth is, this is the best time in history to start from scratch because the next wave of opportunity is being built right now. AI tools are exploding. Tokenization's picking up speed. Crypto is stabilizing, and new creator platforms are being launched every month. The playing field has never been this open, and the barrier to entry has never been this low. You can literally start building leverage today for free from your phone. But here's the catch. The new system rewards action, not waiting. You can't overthink your way to freedom. You have to move. The old system rewarded obedience, but the new system rewards creativity and speed. The people who try, fail, adjust, and keep moving. They're the ones who will own this era. It's not about being perfect. It's about being visible, because visibility builds trust, and trust builds income. That's the new money formula. You know what gives our generation the edge? We grew up watching the system break in real time. We've seen 2008, the pandemic, inflation, and crypto crashes, and we're still standing. We already know not to rely on one job, one income stream, or one system. That's resilience. And it's exactly what this next phase rewards. If you can stay calm in the chaos, if you can build while everyone else panics, if you can use the tools that scare other people, you will win by default. The old money generation built their freedom through real estate and pensions. Our generation's building it through code, content, and crypto. The tools are different, but the principle is the same: ownership. So yeah, the next generation's wealth isn't going to come from the same places our parents looked. It's not hiding in 401ks or corporate ladders. It's being built online, in communities, in projects, in assets that didn't exist 10 years ago. The question isn't, can you build wealth in the system? The question is, will you learn the new game before everyone else wakes up to it? Because by that time, it's obvious, and it'll already be expensive. So if you're watching this, take that as your sign. Start something, learn a skill, build an audience, accumulate assets. You don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start small, consistently. Our generation might not have inherited wealth, but we're inheriting access. And that's even more powerful if you know how to use it. So stay patient, stay focused, and build something real, even if it's ugly. Because the people who build through this chaos are the ones who will own through the next calm that comes. Thanks for watching. Drop a comment below. What are you building right now? A side hustle, a portfolio, or something creative? I read every comment, and I'll see you in the next one.